What's up, fuckheads? Predapool here. And guess what? Alright, first, I gotta get this off my chest. The new Predator movie is gonna suck. And here's why. Well, finally Shane Black didn't do a fucking Christmas movie, right?
It's common knowledge that just about every Shane Black movie is set at Christmas.
The Last Boy Scout, Lethal Weapon, Die Hard 2, everything. Christmas.
This is fun. It's unifying, and all your characters are involved in this event that stays within the larger story. It roots it, I think. It grounds everything. At Christmas, lonely people are lonelier, seeing friends and family go by. People take reckoning. They take stock of where their lives are at Christmas.
This one, it's not during Christmas, but he did Halloween. So he just kind of wants to pull the family and all the... Here's the thing, families don't belong in Predator fucking movies. It's all about the hunt. And all the shit that I heard about this movie...
We have multiple bands of different Predators.
All the... You know, like, all the plot leaks that I've heard, I was like hoping and maybe those weren't going to be true. But when you see this trailer, they're fucking true. There's an autistic kid that fucking deciphers the Predator language, which is fucking bullshit.
Bullshit.
Like, no, we don't need an autistic kid to be the savior of humanity because he discovers the way to speak with the predators. Fuck that.
Basically, the Predator ships come down.
We have dissident predators working with humans. We've got an upgraded predator looking to hunt everyone. We've got another faction of a predator that gets captured and runs amok.
The humans and the government have known about the presence of alien species for quite some time, apparently. I guess this is all because of the information that came out from the Dutch encounter and the encounter in LA with Harrigan and his detectives. So
we've got predators changing why they hunt humans. We've got even more predator creatures in this film, hybridized predator creatures.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of the 2010 movie, how you had like this band of misfits having to come together to actually take out the super predators on the planet. Except this has kind of a different angle too, because you got Olivia Munn thrown into the picture and then Boyd Holbrook's son who shows up later on.
And yeah, just everything about this preview is kind of just confirming all the leaks that it's just going to be a shit movie. And it's kind of hard to see that for Predator. Thank God Deadpool 2 just came out to redeem it, right? Whew. All right.
So I step in and lay her crown upon my sweet head.
Finally, waiting, and finally get to see Deadpool 2, and it was worth every bit of the wait. It was fucking epic.
At the beginning of the film, Deadpool holds a music box of Wolverine from the end of Logan. It depicts him impaled upon a tree after defeating X-24. He laments that Logan has stolen his fire, so to make it right, Deadpool will also.
Not just for Deadpool 2, but maybe Juggernaut's in it.
I'm not a mutant, Tinhead. My powers are magical, and none of you mutant wimps can handle them. We will see.
Alright, I'm gonna leak it. Spoiler, Juggernaut's in it.
The Merc with a Mouth tells him how big a fan he is and names 3 Juggernaut-centric comic book issues: Uncanny X-Men issue 183, X-Men Unlimited issue 12, and Thor issue 411. Beyond just featuring the Juggernaut, all 3 issues have a thematic connection as well. Juggernaut taking down increasingly powerful enemies. In Uncanny X-Men issue 183, Juggernaut brings an entire building down on Colossus in a bar fight. In Thor issue 411, Juggernaut fights and completely defeats Thor, the God of Thunder. Finally, in X-Men Unlimited issue 12, Juggernaut fights the cosmic entity that controls his power, Cyttorak, and defeats him too. If Deadpool's been reading these comics, it's no wonder he's such a fan of Kane Marco. And when Deadpool says, quote, "It has always been a dream of mine to see myself reflected in your helmet as you charge at me with murderous intent," well, that's actually happened on the cover of his own book, on Deadpool issue 2. Dreams really do come true. Beyond the comic book reference, there's a very good reason for Deadpool to get excited about fighting the Juggernaut. Much like having a tragic origin or joining the Avengers, fighting the unstoppable force of the Juggernaut is basically a rite of passage in the Marvel Universe. Colossus did it, Thor did it, even Spider-Man has done it. Welcome to the big leagues, Wade Wilson.
You get to see Juggernaut versus Colossus cinematically for the first time fucking ever.
Of the Juggernaut, bitch!
Like, it was sad enough that really Colossus wasn't even appreciable until he got into the Deadpool movie. And then I'm like, yeah, Colossus, that's kind of like not back in his human form all the fucking time, and he's out in your face. And then Yeah, Juggernaut versus fucking Colossus, and he goes fucking dirty, and it's fucking epic. Yes, this movie is fucking awesome. Plus, it's fucking hilarious. I've watched it three times now, and I'm still trying to find different Easter eggs. Like the Thanos joke, I didn't get that till the third time watching it, or like notice it, because there's just so many fourth wall breakings and so much shit to watch, and you could just keep watching that movie and find new shit in it every fucking time. Which, how many movies do that?
When visiting the X-Mansion and taking a spin in Professor X's chair, Deadpool comments that he's never seen other X-Men around, only for us to see Professor X, Beast, Cyclops, and Quicksilver shut themselves away from him.
It's like kind of like watching Westworld. There's just so much shit you gotta pay attention to. Like, they dabble into the whole, like, what Delos was all about, and what their, like, secret plan to fucking make people live forever through putting human consciousness in host bodies, and we're only in episode 5, and guess what? Fucking Shogun World! They finally showed it!
This is just the tip of Shogun World's prick, an experience expressly designed for the guests who find Westworld too tame. We based this park on Japan's Edo.
It's fucking awesome! They run into, like, in episode 5, they run into their fucking doppelgangers, like...
They recognize it's an exact copy because they have the exact same bank heist scene that happened last season where Hector comes to town with Armistice. They try to rob the brothel, they have that funny back and forth. It was kind of played for laughs when Maeve was starting to awaken to consciousness because we saw a couple different versions of it happen across the season. But it is really funny to try and see the similarities, and once you realize that this is meant to be a copy, you start guessing which Shogun World characters are doubles of which Westworld characters.
Maeve and her, like, the gunslinger boyfriend and the fucking chick with the tattoo on her face, they go to fucking Shogun World, and guess what? It's like, they all have the same shit. They're like, oh my god, this is weird. I can't take this. Like, the gunslinger dude, he almost wigs out. It's fucking awesome.
When you put the two films side by side, Deadpool 2 is a lot like Logan. Besides the healing factor, both films follow two mutants trying to help younger mutants being hunted down by bad guys. It's also worth noting that both of these bad guys have robo-arms/hands. Both films also have an adult-child relationship where the child is kind of a mirror for the protagonist. Wade Wilson had a crappy family life, which makes him empathetic to the orphaned Russell, whose only father figure conducts cruel experiments on him. As a result, he realizes Russell's shittiness is beyond the child's choice, and thus, he deserves a chance. Similarly, Logan sympathizes with Laura because she, like him, was engineered as a killing machine. Both our heroes die, sorta, to save said child.
So, yeah, fucking Deadpool 2 is fucking epic if you haven't seen it yet, because I noticed that its earnings were, I think it made it just under what its, Deadpool 1 made. Deadpool 1 made like 132, this made like 125, which, fuck you idiots for not seeing it. Fucking assholes, go see this fucking movie. It's hilarious. And let's talk about end credits. It has by far the best end credits of any other movie, because he fixes his timeline. I'm not gonna spoil it.
But like, well, what's the point of the romance of Deadpool 1 if in Deadpool 2 she's just gonna die, but now he saved her life, so is she actually dead? I asked that because this mid-credit scene is just, it's filled with comedy that can't happen. Like, he can't go back in time and shoot Ryan Reynolds in the head because he is played by Ryan Reynolds. Obviously that didn't happen. So the mix of comedy, breaking the fourth wall for comedy, and time travel.
Fucking awesome. You gotta go see this fucking movie. Check out Westworld. Deadpool 2 is fucking awesome. If you haven't seen it, go fucking see that shit. And fucking Predator's gonna suck. When the trailer opens, first thing they're like, oh, brought to you by the director of Iron Man 3, the fucking worst one of them, where he kills all the Iron Man suits at the end. And if you just keep a Predator movie simple, the Predator stalks the humans, and it's like a rite of passage, and then they collect their skulls and they move on if they win. If they lose, they usually blow themselves up. They don't need to be coming down in the fucking earth to biogenetically make them better because the human DNA is like, dude, we're not merging Predator and Prometheus here. Fuck you guys. Fuck you, Shane Black. You're fucking up the Predator.